Now, something that you just mentioned, I do want to steer it a little bit more back to the sexual aspect is the taking your time part. I feel like because we live in a society that is so focused on instant gratification that even down to sexual interactions, whether it's you as an individual by yourself or you interacting with someone else, a lot of times people try to move so fast with everything. Like taking the time to just enjoy each other's presence or just enjoy your own presence. Even I remember having a conversation with one of my clients one time and trying to talk her through the process of getting used to touching her own body. I was like, this isn't a race. The Don't think of it as as the goal, as climax. That's not your goal. Is not orgasm right now. Your goal is just to be comfortable in your skin. So set the mood. I remember telling her, set the mood, turn the lights down low, light candles, put on a playlist, drink some wine if you want to, or whatever your favorite cocktail is. Take a long shower, like get comfortable with your body. And as you're going through the process of washing your body and lotioning your body, like take time to really caress your skin and feel yourself. And as you're going through this motion, if it leads you to stimulating yourself, then awesome. If it doesn't, then that's fine as well. But I feel like we always rush so much through those motions. Like people have it more quickest than they probably realize nowadays because nobody's taking the time to really like indulge in foreplay like they used to. Um, I'll be honest with you, I feel like the only time is truly taken in my experience has been in moments of practicing things like BDSM because you have to be so attentive to what you're doing in those moments. I feel like outside of those areas that a lot of times it tends to be really, really rushed.
Hmm.
Uh the sexual experience can be really rushed unless you and your partner have an understanding of, hey, I need you to slow down.
I can agree with that. Intentionality matters, and being slow sometimes is not the thing we're looking for. The reframe has to be, I think, especially when we're dealing with vulvas and penises.
Hmm.
Ejaculation doesn't stop anything. And generally, if a woman's using a strap, she recognizes that. Whether it's pegging or vulva to vulva, strap to vulva, or strap to anal, generally we recognize it's not dictated by an ejaculatory experience. So what you said about not having the destination in mind is important. It's just the act of doing the thing. So it's like I'm just excited to be here, so let's just be here. Is my mindset. Um, but it takes patience. It takes a lot, and the more pleasure you bring yourself, the more you're in a state of pleasure, and it's easier to recognize that pleasure is not as sparse or it's not as scarce, rather. So
Hmm.
scarcity kind of breeds that mentality of I gotta rush, I gotta rush. So bringing an abundance of pleasure to yourself, more self-touch and things of that nature can help you slow down.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree with both of you. Both of you. I was gonna say as well. I don't think it's always even a rush, especially when it comes to partner sex and foreplay. I don't think it's always a rush. I think sometimes it's not realizing that you can take more time to,
Hmm.
and you can stay in this foreplay phase for longer than you need to, just like you're saying, like it's not a destination just because, like if somebody's giving someone with a vulva oral, just because they climax or they even ejaculate doesn't mean that, okay, cool, you reached that point, now let's move on to the next thing, like it doesn't need to be that.